guys, it's Monday again. This is my shop. So what we got here, excuse the hand again, fake Diet Coke, an actual bottle of Diet Coke, a small one because I was thirsty when I finished work, salt and vinegar crisps, salted peanuts, baby tomatoes, flat almonds to go in my cottage cheese, with some frozen cherries which I'm going to just put straight in the fridge, small pack of grapes, some fake penguins, some sliced up beef for sandwiches. Those are my yoghurts. There's a raspberry and cream one there which is a new flavour, and I bought some raspberry jam. That's also to go in my cottage cheese to try and do a sort of raspberry and almond, and then again doing it with the cherry so it's like a baked roll sort of thing. I needed some more high juice, so that's a bottle of apple there, some apple juice, fruit juice, my usual low alcohol, zero alcohol lager, and I bought myself some roses. Excuse that stem of the amaryllis in the way. And look, it's finally starting to bud. Everyone else's has come out and finished, but where this house is such a cold hole, everything takes a lot longer. So that's my shop for this week. It's £24.44. I will show a copy of the receipt this time, and I will put the total up at the end of this piece of the video. And then I've got a little bit of other things that I've picked up from charity shops over the weekend, so I'll be adding that on to the end of this. So back soon. Everybody back again. So this is the third part of the video. The second part is bits from the Aldi special buys, which I will have already shown you. So this is other things that I've been buying. And the first one, I think this was a charity shop in Cowplain, and I think they were closing down because they were doing all their books for 20p each, and their DVDs were 10p each. Not that I needed any, because I used to have loads and loads years ago, and there were so many, and literally most of them were ones we've watched once and that was it. So when I've started collecting them this time, I've been a bit more selective and only buying them from charity shops. And I've also got a big credit in CEX after buying my laptop a couple of years ago, so I could get things in there. It might not necessarily all be DVDs. Anyway, this book is about one of the actors that was in, sorry, I'm going to have to lower it because my arm's aching, one of the actors that was in the original All Creatures Great and Small TV series, not the first film, but TV series. I've watched the second All Creatures Great and Small, the first few episodes, but in my opinion it wasn't a patch on the original with Chris Timothy and Peter Davison, who was also in Doctor Who, and Sir Robert Hardy, who did all sorts of different roles, and he was a Shakespearean actor as well, and he was brilliant as Siegfried. I absolutely loved that series. Now that I do have stored on this iPad, I did have the DVDs, but now that you can get it on YouTube, I haven't bothered rebuying them. Anyway, this looks like quite a good book to read, so I'll be adding it to my to be read pile. So that's that. And then in a craft shop near me, they're selling extra small dog coats which would fit Primrose, but the lady wants an extortionate amount of money for £18. So I found this little 12 to 18 month leather jacket, denim jacket from Shine. So that's the back of it, and I'm going to adapt it to make it into a coat for Primrose, and I'll be able to put a D-ring on the back or cut a hole in for her harness when she goes out. And because she's got a spotty pink and white spotty harness, it will go perfect with this. So I'll be adding this probably to one of the crafting videos when I've actually managed to work out how to convert it into a little coat for her. It was on eBay, this, and including the postage it was £6. So obviously with a bit of my time, I'm not even going to spend £18 on buying one that's already been done, and I've got a raincoat she's got here that I can use as a basis for making the coat. So that's that little thing. And the other thing was, I went in a crafting charity shop called Rowan's. Now that was in Cow Plain as well, and this was 50p. And on the front cover here is one of my favourite cross-stitch designers, Margaret Sherry. Unfortunately she passed away some time ago, but her designs still pop up, and these are called Catitudes, and there's all sorts of different ones, and I feel like having a stab at that. And there's other things in here, and this was one that I might have a go at in the future. And so they give the full-size colour chart, so you can see what colours. Some charts are like black and white symbols. It can be hard to follow what colours are supposed to be where, but these do, in this magazine, they mostly do full colour symbols, so you can follow on the colours. And that charity shop had skeins of DMC, which I think is what they're using for this. Oh yeah, it's 3 different ones: DMC, Anchor, Madeira. The DMC threads, I think it was them, were 50p each, which is not too bad because you can pay up to £1 for a skein, which is a lot of money, especially when you need several of them. What else have they got in here? I mean, they've got other things, like they've got kits like this, Cats on the Bookshelf, and he's quite cute, the badger under the moonlight. Yeah, so those are the ones that I'm quite interested in. So that's that little bit about other things that I've been buying. And excuse the turban because I've just washed my hair after being out at work all day. It was a pile of poo, as one of my other YouTube colleagues would say. I can't call it a poo hole like she does, but it was a pile of poo, so I decided that it needed a wash. So I've obviously got this microfiber on to draw out most of the moisture. Despite my hair being thin and flyaway, it takes forever to dry. So I'll probably have this on for about an hour, and then hopefully I'll be able to dry it. So that's the end of this section, and I'll be going into the usual shout outs after this, as per my usual format. And I'll see you again on the next video. Bye!